Hello, good morning, and welcome back or welcome to Morning Ray. I'm your host, Lan, and today's episode is your Hot Girl Spring guidebook to being the best person that you can be when it comes to your mindset surrounding career, surrounding wellness, surrounding friendships, and surrounding dating and relationships. So we're going to get into it. I don't know. We'll see how I'll start going through it. We'll see if this ends up being a two-parter because I don't want the episode to be too long. But I'm so excited to do this episode. I spent way too long brainstorming, writing out the outline, really figuring out all the different mindsets I wanted to focus on. This is geared towards girls in their 20s. It can be applicable to if you're in your 30s, maybe your teens, but predominantly if you're in your 20s, anything surrounding career, relationships, friendships, wellness, all of the good stuff, all the things I'm always chatting about, and specifically things that I've really worked on focusing on lately, and the mindsets that I have really been encouraging myself to practice or integrate if I haven't integrated this already. I can't believe it, you guys. You sold out Hot Girl Sweat in less than an hour. The first event, the first class sold out in 13 minutes. That's absolutely wild. The second one took a little bit longer, but nonetheless, it completely sold out in less than an hour, which is insane, you guys. I'm so excited to do Hot Girl Sweat on April 5th. If you got tickets, I'm excited to see you there. If you weren't able to get tickets, I'm excited to see you next time. And I think it's going to be really, really fun. I've been having fun planning, brainstorming, getting creative with it. So super, super excited. If you are new here and you don't know what Hot Girl Sweat is, it's my community sweat event series here in Toronto. Hopefully the goal is to be able to travel and go to New York or Vancouver or LA or maybe London or different cities all over the world and host there. But I host at local fitness studios. Now that I'm teaching Pilates, I'm hosting at the studio I'm teaching, and I'll be taking you guys through a 50-minute reformer class. We're having a little masterclass workshop with Dermalogica's education experts on skincare. You'll get some goodies from Dermalogica. We have Essentia as our water sponsor. We also have Array for our sponsor. Nut Bar will be providing refreshments post-class, and we have a few other sponsors for some goodies for you guys. So excited. A percentage of profits will be going to charity, and I'm just really excited. I think it's going to be a fun time, a good time, and I'm excited to be with you guys IRL. On to my current faves, because we already know this episode is going to probably be a long one. My current faves, I'm obsessed with my pink tumbler. If you're watching on YouTube, then I'm showing it to you. This tumbler is so cute. It's from the Cherry Blossom collection at Starbucks. It's an insulated straw cup, but what I love is you can twist the top part and then it makes it leak proof, which is so nice for traveling. But as you guys know, I think I spoke about this on the pod. I feel like I'm healing because I'm really loving pink again, and I really love this tumbler. So, obsessed with this new tumbler. Can never have too many cups. Definitely have too many cups. I'm also obsessed with those ribbed glasses that I got from Amazon a week or so ago. They are so good. I love them for iced coffee now that we've entered spring and I'm back on my iced coffee grind. Love it so much. I got this brown pleather jacket from Pepper Mayo. I had been wanting like an oversized bomber like brown leather jacket for a while now, and I saw this one from Pepper Mayo and it's so cute, and so many of you guys asked me about it when I posted in it, so I guess I picked the right one. I think it's so cool, so fun. The only thing I will have to say about getting fake leather jackets from sites like Pepper Mayo, Princess Polly, etc., they smell so weird. So weird. I sprayed it with this perfume that had like leather notes in it. So I did that to try to counteract it. It kind of helped. But I think it's so cute. It's so cute nonetheless. And I hope it airs out and no longer smells. That's what I'm praying for. I also got a new pair of sneakers as a little gift to myself for teaching and leaning into that, and also just wanted another pair of sneakers, I got Nike P6000s in red. I saw Paige Lorenz wearing them. Originally, I went into the store wanting these special edition Solomon sneakers because I think Solomons are going to be really big this year. I feel like they were starting to get bigger last year, and I think this spring and summer they're going to be really in, and I wanted these cool ones, but I just didn't like them on my foot. I felt like they were too big around the ankle area. They just didn't fit my foot well, and the Nikes fit so much better. So I went with those. I feel so cool, girl. I don't normally wear like colored shoes. All my sneakers are white except for like my proper running shoes. Those are colorful, but my like more workouty shoes, dad sneaker vibe shoes are definitely more like neutrals, silvers, whites, pops of color, but not like full blown red. But I absolutely love them. I think they're so cool. Definitely on the kick of the red trend I have going on. But let's jump into it. Let's start with our mindsets surrounding career. Within our career, I think it's so important that we have a growth mindset. I talk about this a lot on the pod, how important it is to have a growth mindset, to not have scarcity mindsets, to not have lack mentality. It is important to be able to believe in your ability to learn. We are young, even if you're a bit older, whatever age you are, you can always learn. Your skills can always be developed through effort and persistence. I want to remind you that when we're applying for jobs, when we're in our jobs, the job description is just a wish list. There is always an opportunity for you to learn and develop those skills, that toolkit, as you do the job. Embrace challenges. Don't be scared or intimidated or see obstacles as this negative thing. Instead, reframe the way in which you look at obstacles, at things that intimidate you, as an opportunity, as a chance to grow. If something makes you feel this like nervous excitedness, dive right into it. That is your sign to lean in. That is your intuition telling you, hey, insert name, like, hey, Allana, like, this is your turn to like try something new, to go down a new path. This is the path you should be going. And like Michael Bosstick and Lauren Everett's always say, launch fast and adjust later. Rather make the thing a real thing, create the skill, start doing the thing, and perfect it later than just like constantly be in this stage of planning, of game plan. Put it into action. Get the car rolling, like get the wheels turning, and like figure it out as you go. You build confidence through taking action. I can 100% attest to that through everything that I have done in my career, everything I have done in my life. I have gained confidence in my ability to do something by taking action and doing it. I wouldn't have become more confident in teaching Pilates, for example, if I didn't just dive right in and start doing it. You gain confidence through taking action. So lean into the thing that you have this excited, anxious feeling surrounding. Let go, leave the ego at the door, have a childlike mentality, have a growth mindset towards it, and learn as you go. Feedback is fuel. It is so easy to let constructive criticism make you feel defensive, reactive, to just be like, oh, that can't be true, or to just see it as this negative thing that makes you feel like shit. And it can, and it will probably. But constructive criticism doesn't define you. It helps you improve. It shows you where your weak points are, your weaknesses are, and it can help you become a stronger person, a stronger candidate in whatever your career is and whatever you're working towards, whether it's in a hobby, whether it's in your career, whatever, maybe it's in school. Constructive criticism is so important for our growth. I want you to remove the emotion from the constructive criticism. Easier said than done. As someone who is consistently criticized in their career, whether it's for my podcast, for my social media posts, now in teaching Pilates when people leave reviews on MindBody or ClassPass, or maybe they give constructive feedback to my managers and tell them that. It is so easy to spiral and get caught up in it and take it so personally and let it define you. Take it as a way to refine whatever it is you are doing and to get better. Use it to fuel your fire, to want to get better, to be a stronger person at doing whatever skill, role, job it is that you are doing. Your confidence and self-worth in your career is everything, and you need to stop minimizing, belittling, downplaying your success. Recognize your hard work. Take a moment to practice gratitude, to appreciate, to acknowledge how far you've come, to acknowledge the hard work that you have done, maybe the milestone you have hit. Own your achievements. It is not a bad thing to own what you have accomplished. It doesn't make you not humble unless you're going around to every Tom, Dick, and Harry and saying like, oh my God, like, did you see what I just did? Blah, blah, blah. Saying it at any moment that you can. Like, yeah, like that's a little like arrogant. That's a little conceited. That's a little cocky, but you're allowed to own your achievements. Like, don't downplay what you are capable of doing, what you have accomplished in your career, no matter how far along you are in your career, no matter how big or small that accomplishment is. Own it. Damn right, own it. Like, a man would never downplay their accomplishments. So just because you're a girl, just because you feel like it makes you not seem humble, just because it makes you feel like you come across as cocky, arrogant, conceited, etc., it does not. Own your accomplishments, be proud of them, stand tall, and don't downplay it. Speak up. Your voice truly matters in meetings, in negotiations, and leadership. Don't be afraid to voice your opinion. In high school, I was always so scared to raise my hand in class. I always second guessed what I had to say. I didn't think it was good enough to say. I didn't think I was worthy enough to speak up. And that is so far from the truth. Your voice, your opinion matters. There is no such thing as the wrong thing, the wrong viewpoint, the wrong perspective. It may be different than what someone else in the room has to say, but it could really just open up a new pathway of thinking. Your ideas, your voice matters. Again, men don't think the same way women think. Start thinking like a man in these instances. Be bold, be confident, courageous, speak up, share what you have to say. Don't keep those thoughts just to yourself. Be confident enough to raise your hand in a meeting, to speak up, to voice your opinion. And remember that imposter syndrome is a liar. You belong in that room, so take up space. Don't make yourself smaller. You are allowed to be there. You deserve to be there. You have put in the work in order to get to where you are, so don't let yourself think otherwise. Obviously, this is easier said than done. I struggle with imposter syndrome a lot, and it definitely comes in its waves where it's more prominent and then less prominent. You belong where you are. You made it there. You were accepted there. You were chosen for a reason, not by some fluke, not by accident. You were chosen to be there. You are there on purpose, with intention, with a reason, so own it. Your financial independence and career strategy is so important. Negotiate your worth. Salaries, promotions, opportunities aren't just handed out. Don't be afraid to ask. Again, a man wouldn't think twice. If they thought they deserved a promotion, a salary increase, opportunities, they would speak up. They would put themselves in rooms, in positions to be able to achieve that. So don't let yourself hold yourself back. Go out and do it and ask. If you don't ask, you will never know. The worst thing they can say is no. The worst thing they can say is not now. Maybe in a bit, maybe we can work to it. And you can always ask how, why, what can I do to achieve this? What do I need to do to show you that I'm worthy of this promotion, that I'm worthy of this salary increase? Don't be afraid of having multiple income streams. Consider side hustles, investments, or passive income. You are allowed to create a new opportunity for yourself that enables you to increase where you are financially, to increase your financial stability. Financial stability and independence is hot. It is like the number one thing that gives a woman freedom, because in the past, in probably like our parents' generations and generations before that, the reason why women got married is because they needed a man to provide for them. But lucky us, we have the opportunities to provide for ourselves. And even if we do have a partner, like, I don't know, I want the option to be able to support myself. I want my own money. I want my own career. I want income streams for myself. I want to be able to walk away if I want to walk away and not have like the idea that I wouldn't be able to support myself financially because I'm reliant on someone else. The biggest feeling of freedom, at least in what I've experienced, is being able to take care of myself financially and to not have to rely on someone else. It is also such a confidence boost. You feel so good about yourself. You feel secure. You feel empowered. You feel successful. No matter what that number is, if you feel financially secure and independent, it is a feeling no one can take away from you. Network like a boss. Relationships truly open doors. Build genuine connections. You never know who you might sit beside. You never know who you might meet and what their deal is and what opportunity could come from being nice, by introducing yourself, by impressing that person. So always be kind, lead with kindness, have an open heart, be open to helping others, and you never know what doors might open because of that relationship. When it comes to your career, it is so important to be resilient and to be adaptable. I think COVID really taught us that, where we never really knew which way things were going to go, whether we were in lockdown or out of lockdown. I know that COVID really taught me this, and I think my career has also really taught me this. But rejections are redirections. Every no leads you closer to the right yes, so don't let the rejection hurt you and get you down bad. It might suck. You can acknowledge that. You can let yourself feel that, but then just let it go. Every single time someone says no, you are that much closer to your yes. You are that much closer to the very thing that you are meant to be with. Stay curious and keep learning. Evolve with the industry trends and skill sets. Literally never stop learning. When you stop learning, you become too comfortable. You don't grow, you don't evolve. Last year, when I wasn't reading self-improvement books, that I wasn't curious anymore about self-improvement, that I wasn't constantly pushing the needle forward in that capacity, I got too comfortable. Things kind of became stagnant. I got lost and unsure of what I wanted to speak about on the podcast because I was no longer learning. And the same approach is what I'm taking even in being a Pilates instructor. I may be instructing Pilates now, but I'm never going to stop being a student. I'm never going to stop going to class, going to different instructors, being curious, trying something new. Like, continuously push yourself to learn, even if it's for like 5 or 10 minutes each week. Even if it's a YouTube video, a TikTok video, maybe it's a chapter of a book, maybe it's a new self-help book that you buy, maybe it's a podcast, whatever it is, continuously be curious and push yourself to learn more and to learn things in different subject areas. The more diversified your knowledge is, the more of a unique asset you are to employers in your career, to your clients, whatever your career setup is. Truly never stop learning, never stop challenging yourself, never stop putting yourself in uncomfortable environments. Well, not environments, but like push yourself to get comfortable with uncomfortable and not just stay comfortable in comfort. Know when you need to pivot. If something isn't working, don't just give up and say, well, fuck it, or just stay in it. Learn to adjust and try something new and keep moving the needle forward. It is so important to find what a work-life balance is for you. Success isn't about the hustle. Rest really fuels your productivity. Think about how much more energized and productive and ambitious you feel when you are well rested, when you've taken a break, when you've taken time for yourself. You need to learn how to say no without guilt so that you are able to achieve that. Your time, your energy is so valuable. So learn how to say no, set those boundaries, know when it's time to turn the computer off, to log off, to step away from the office. Your self-care and the time and energy you invest into your self-care time directly correlates to the longevity of your career. Mental and physical well-being will drive long-term success. If you burn yourself out, you are never going to be able to move the needle forward in the way that you want to. Straight up, point blank. You won't be able to. When I was burnt out, I was doing the bare minimum just to keep going. But the minute I took time to relax, to reset, to rebalance my mindset, my mind, my body, everything, I was able to come back so much stronger and move the needle forward. But when I was burnt out because I wasn't prioritizing balance, because I wasn't setting boundaries, it was so hard for me to just show up every day, and I was truly just doing the bare minimum to get by. And that wasn't that long ago. That was like end of 2023 into like early 2024. I was so burnt out. I was barely posting on social media. I didn't feel inspired. I wasn't really excited about my career. I remember I was seeing this guy and he asked me, why don't you post more? Why don't you post more content? Don't you want to post more? And I was like, honestly, like, I think if I post more, I would burn myself out even more. Set work-life balance boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no without guilt. It is so important. And with that said, let's move into our wellness mindsets. I think there's kind of this shift on TikTok right now. There's wellness TikTok, skinny TikTok is a thing right now. And I'm here to remind you that health is a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. You want to focus on the long term over the short term, consistency over perfection. Balance is truly key, and it's something I always preach. Everything truly in moderation. Too much of anything, even too much of the good things, is not healthy. You need to find something that is sustainable and has longevity to it and is balanced in both the good and the soulful things. Focus on sustainable habits, not crash diets or extreme workouts. Small daily actions, like focus on getting that 1% better every single day and being more consistent with it than occasional big efforts. I have seen the most progress and have felt the most progress in anything to do with health, with fitness, when I have focused on just being as consistent as possible, even if I'm doing a small thing every single day, like say walking on the treadmill for 10 minutes, doing a workout class 3 times a week because that's what's consistent for me and that's what I can maintain. Then when I try to do like 6 workouts for every week for a few weeks and then I completely fall off, or doing really intense workouts, being so burnt out from those workouts that I can't do anything else. Really focus on that long-term goal, the consistency over the perfection, knowing that not every day has to be perfect. It doesn't have to be this insane effort going into every single day. Just focus on getting that 1% better every single day. That 1% better compounds to be way more than just that 1%. You can read about it in James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. So good. When it comes to eating and diet, nutrition, etc., nourish, don't punish. You need to eat to fuel your body. Food truly is not the enemy. It's energy for a strong, thriving body. Your food fuels your movement. If you are not eating to support the exercise, the lifestyle that you are living, your body is going to be running on empty. You're not going to get the results or feel the strength, or like you're not going to see or feel the results that you want. Exercise should be a celebration of movement, of health, of being able to move and having the ability to do so and the privilege of doing so. It's not a punishment. It is not a punishment for what you ate last night or last week or for not having moved your body after being on vacation. Move your body in ways that feel good, that you don't dread, that you don't have a negative relationship to. I moved away from weightlifting because it wasn't feeling good for my body. And I was super inconsistent when I was weightlifting, at least in the past 2 years when I was weightlifting. And the moment I switched to Pilates, it was a form of movement I truly enjoyed. I looked forward to it. I felt good when I was doing it. And I've stayed so consistent with it because of that. So, focus on moving in a way that feels good for you, not what TikTok is saying, not what I'm saying. If weightlifting feels great for you, do that. If running feels great for you, do that. If yoga feels great for you, do that. Literally do the form of movement you look forward to, you enjoy, and that challenges you and makes you feel good. And listen to your body. Rest it when you need it. Overworking yourself is not health. If you are going to take anything from this episode about health and wellness, about fitness, about workout routines, etc., You should be prioritizing recovery the same amount that you are prioritizing your workouts, your diet, etc., if not more. Sleep is so important. Stretching is so important. Mobility is so important. Taking time to go to a sauna or being in a cold shower, ice bath, doing the things that help your body recover are so important, if not more important than the actual exercise itself. If you don't give your body time to recover, for the muscles to rebuild themselves, because when we strength train, when we resistance train, you're actually tearing those muscle fibers down, and by them rebuilding is how you gain strength, is how you build muscle. Believe it or not. So your body needs time to rest, to recover, to detoxify. Our body does that in our sleep, so you should be prioritizing your sleep. Sleep is not a luxury, you need it. Aiming for those 8 to 9 hours, 7 to 9 hours a night at minimum, trying to get quality sleep. That's why I love my Ultra Human Ring. It really helps me build that good, consistent sleep schedule and learning what habits impact my sleep. For example, like eating later impacts when my heart rate falls, impacts my ability to have restful sleep versus restless sleep. Really focus on your recovery. I try to go, for example, to Othership once a week so I can sit in the sauna and the cold plunge to help with inflammation, recovery, all of that. I love red light therapy. I try to stretch after all of my workouts. I tone back my workouts. What? Tone back? Tone back? Yeah. I slow down with the workouts when I feel my body getting tired, when I feel like I need a break. I listen to my body. Learn to be intuitive with your body and differentiate when you're being lazy versus when your body is tired and needs more rest. Some weeks you might need more, especially as a female. Our hormones change throughout our cycle. Maybe read into that more, explore, educate, but listen to your body. Overworking yourself isn't health. It's the complete opposite. I bet you knew this was coming, but your mental health is just as important as your physical health, if not more. And I think our mental health actually does impact our physical health. I think stress shows itself as inflammation, as injuries, as more gray hairs, as dehydrated skin, more wrinkles. Our mental health can really reflect in our physical appearance. And your mind really does deserve care too. Like stress management, therapy, self-care are essential to your well-being. And obviously movement can be a part of this. Like movement is therapeutic, but take time to meditate, to speak to a therapist, to ensure every part in your mental headspace is a well-oiled machine. Don't just numb, distract. It is important to face whatever it is that's going on up there. Setting boundaries also protects your peace. Like prioritizing mental well-being isn't selfish. It's necessary. So if you need to set a boundary with someone, if you need to communicate something with someone, communicate it with them. Communicate it without guilt. Set that boundary for yourself. Figure out what works for you and what you need to do. Like your emotions are so valid. Allow yourself to feel your emotions without feeling guilt or shame surrounding them. Focus on strength over aesthetics. So focus on what can your body do, not just how it looks. Strength, endurance, vitality matter so much more than whether or not you fit into a certain clothing size. Confidence literally comes from feeling good, not just looking a certain way majority of the time. True wellness is about feeling energized and feeling good in your skin and confident in your skin, not conforming to like societal beauty standards. It is important to show yourself love at every stage of the journey. Even if you're super uncomfortable in your skin right now, try to reframe how you speak to yourself. Speak to yourself kindly, be nice to yourself, because if you don't do this along every stage of your journey, it's not suddenly going to come when you're at a stage where you feel super fit and strong. You need to practice this self-love at all parts of your journey and really focus on counteracting any negative self-talk that you have. If you say something rude to yourself, if you say something mean to yourself, try to counteract it with something kind, with something nice, something you would say to your younger self. to your best friend, to your sister, to your sibling, to your mom. And lastly, when it comes to wellness, you are in control. No one knows your body better than you do, so trust yourself. Health truly looks different on everyone, so stop comparing yourself to your friend, to your sibling, to the girl you see on the internet, to me, to whoever. It truly looks different, and just because someone is smaller, just because their muscles might be bigger, doesn't necessarily mean they are quote unquote healthier or better than you. Health truly looks different on everybody, on every body. So take time, invest in yourself. Taking care of your health is an act of self-respect, self-love, and empowerment. Don't look down upon it. Don't belittle it. It is so important. I'm debating if I want to do the friendship mindsets and the relationship dating mindsets in this episode because we're already kind of at 32 minutes. Maybe I'm going to make it a part 2. I'm going to record this part now. It's going to come out on Friday, so we'll have 2 episodes this week. But I hope you enjoyed part 1 of your Hot Girl Spring guidebook. Your guide to being the hottest, healthiest, best version of yourself in terms of your mindsets this spring. I covered everything surrounding career and wellness in this episode. If you want to tune in to know more about mindset surrounding friendships and relationships, that will be in the next episode, which will come out on Friday if you are listening to this when this comes live. So thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Morning Ray. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I love seeing you guys tag me in your stories, in your Instagram Reels, and your TikToks. I love you guys so much, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.